Hello, my name is Hello. So today, me and my partner going to do the academic portfolio. So our lecture is Mr. Jackson Wong, and our group is 118. Next. So for the presenter, my name is AIMAN bin SAHARUDIN. My number metric is 209973, and my partner.
Okay, my name is Mohd Harzeman ADMEER bin SIMIN, and my number metric is 210804.
Moving. Next. Moving on. So today for our presentation, we have four main part. So firstly is our introductions. Next is beneficial insect that include predator and parasitoid. Third is insect as pollinator, and finally our conclusions. Next, for the introductions. For the fact that there are about 10 quintillion live insects on Earth, which is equivalent of around 1.4 billion for every humans. Scientists have identified an estimate of 5.5 million variety of insects, which is mainly represent close to 80% of the world living species. So, can you guys imagine that how many insects that we have in our world? There are so many of insects, there are so many of species that live in our world. So what is the function? What is the benefit of the insects? So insect has provide us many useful service and to the mankind and environment in many number of ways. Insect keep pests in check, pollinate crops as sanitation expert, and cleaning up waste so that the world does not become overrun with junks. Okay, moving on. So our focus today is about the beneficial insects all around, beneficial insect in crop management. So firstly is about predator. Predator is insects that capture and eat other organisms such as insect, pests, and mites. Predator beneficial insect helping in controlling pests by eating the pests that keep destroying the crops. So by using these beneficial insects, we can make sure our crops have a natural pest control without using any chemical that might cause harm to our crop and products. For example, we can look at the ladybug and the aphid. So aphid is the insect that small sub-sucking insect that can damage plants and leaves. So we can distribute ladybug that eat the aphid, so it can control the population of aphid. Next is parasitoid. Parasitoid is the insect that basically parasite other insects. It's an organism that live in close association with its host. So it basically live in the host of the other insect. So the effect is it will result in death of the host. It will attack all of the stage of the host in the egg stage, larva stage, pupa stage, and adult stage. For example, we can look at the picture above the picture. If we can see the for example a parasitic wasps that want the insect that parasite in their host. So next. So I'm going to pass our presentation to Harzeman.
All right. Thank you, AFIQ. I am going to present next idea, but have you ever wondered how the plant can produce a fruit and make a seed? Yes, that's right. Insect also the factor for the plant get a new flower. Insect also the factor that the flower can do a pollination. The plant can do a pollination because insects pollination service is essential for plant reproduce. First of all, flowers need to be fertilized. Actually, plants provide sweet nectar and pollen for pollinators. In return, pollinators move pollen from one flower to another, fertilizing the plant so it can produce seeds. I can tell by the research led by G118 declared that bees are perhaps the most important to crop pollination. Bees are also tend to focus on one flower at a time, thus ensuring flowers of the same species are pollinated. Moving on to the second idea. Insects are vital not only to the ecosystem, but also to global food supply for humans. Many important crops such as apples, pears, blackberries, peach, alfalfa, and almonds depend on pollinated insects. In an article appearing in Bioscience, expert John Lossy and Max Vaughan estimate the value of pollinated insects to crop production to be more than $3 billion annually. $3 billion annually. That was a mind-blowing that insect can do such a thing. All right. Turning to the last part of the presentation, let me go over the key points. From previous presenter, AFIQ said that insects have a play important role to controlling pests in our crop. So the insect have a predator that can eat their prey and make sure the prey does not appear in that crop again. And the second one is parasitoid that inject the parasite to the host so they can in as instant time they can dead. And the third one, the insects has a role for pollination, so the plant can produce a new seed, new flower, and new fruits. So, in a nutshell, insects have a bigger impact in agricultural sector, which is help in important section like controlling pests and as a good pollinator for crop production. Better quality of the crop is depending on effectiveness of environment that help to increase the production by involving insect as a character in this sector. Before I end my presentation, I would like to share a quote by E.O. Wilson that if all mankind were to disappear, the world will regenerate back to the rich state of equilibrium that existed 10,000 years ago. If insects were to vanish, the environment would collapse into chaos. That means insects have a better role and as an important character in our environment. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you have found it interesting.
Thank you.